It's a Friday night.
It is.
And I guess it's all right.
I earned it.
I'm going to start off with a blueberry thyme saison. Thyme. Sorry, whatever. From Terrapin. Side Project 30. 9.1%. What you want to bring while I'm opening this? I was going to throw something. I was watching our last episode when we were talking about the Thunderbolts.
Yeah.
I don't know if you heard the latest news, because we were talking about the end of She-Hulk, and you were like, what'd you say at dinner?
That I think they're going to bring Wolverine in to subdue her.
Well, in that episode, we were talking about the leader.
Mm-hmm.
In the Thunderbolts, I think they're bringing a leader in.
Yeah.
But I heard other news, because we were listening. I was listening. I was like, you were talking about the Red Hulk. And you were like, oh, well, William Hurt had passed away.
Yeah.
You know who they've signed on? They couldn't announce it at D23 because he's already in a movie. But they announced it yesterday.
Sam Elliott?
No.
No?
That would be awesome.
Yeah.
Harrison Ford is going to come in as the Colonel.
Okay.
I can accept it. So Indiana Jones 5 isn't going to be his last.
Okay.
So that might bring the Red Hulk that you were wanting to see.
Which,
Didn't I look that up last year, Josh? What was it called?
she brought it up in the episode. Yeah, I can't place it.
Time. Blueberry time. That color doesn't really look blueberry, but I guess...
But, because in this last episode of She-Hulk, she was like, well, that seems like a reasonable place to cap off the episode, so why are we still around? She goes, this might be a twist. She's like, maybe a Red Hulk or something?
Yeah. So we'll see.
Yeah.
I think it's a quirky show, and I like it. Uh-oh, its finger went up.
Have you seen...
What do you think of the Saison? It's weird, isn't it?
Yeah, it's got a taste I can't.
I think the
quite
time,
place.
the blueberry would be fine, but the thyme I think is what's throwing it off.
Yeah. So I don't know if you've seen this on TikTok or not, but her paralegal. The scene where her and the other lawyer.
Okay.
They are. They find the intelligentsia, and it's all the stuff about targeting her or whatever. When she says, "Do you think we should tell her?" and she says no, the paralegal looks right at the camera, and it's like a blink and you miss it. She
Oh
looks
no,
right
I
at the
remember
camera.
seeing that because I was like, "What is this leading to?"
Yeah, and in that scene, she's got a pentagram on her necklace.
Is it Illuminati?
And her earring. They said it looks very similar to one of the buttons that what's her name? Agatha.
Agatha Harkness.
Yeah.
Because they got that show when everyone's wondering how it's going to tie in.
So the theory is that maybe she's either Agatha or she's working with Agatha.
Yeah.
So,
well, that's the theory of the leader possibly coming in.
yeah.
Is because of these other people, So it's going to be interesting to see what they throw in the last episode.
Yeah.
And I like the fact that you don't know. I mean, we had Daredevil, but it's not the Daredevil we're really used to.
Yeah, I've heard some, I was actually listening to a video on...
I don't think he would be that happy-go-lucky and sleep, because he didn't... I don't think he slept with anybody in the 3 seasons of Netflix's.
He hung out with us for a while.
Did he? Oh, Elektra.
Yeah.
I don't know if he ever got over Elektra.
So one theory is that this is a variant.
Of course.
And
well, this is a different universe.
That, the Netflix ones they were supposed to be canon with the MCU, but...
Well, this is the funny thing, though, is if you look, because another Cup of Red I listened to, they're talking about, it's funny about the rules of who can be, and that kind of threw you with Mr. Fantastic in the 616 being Krasinski, and not the guy who played it. And they're bringing, everyone was so happy they brought Charlie Cox over, they brought Kingpin over, Vincent D'Onofrio. They brought these other actors, but they got to vary on these. It's like, what are the rules? The Doctor Strange was the same in everyone.
Yeah.
Because people were hoping that Bruce Campbell would be a variant of Doctor Strange, which would have been a nice twist.
Yeah. But there was the thing with him. There was an interview.
Yeah.
And he said that the character that he was playing in Doctor Strange...
Pizza Popper?
Wasn't his actual character. He was somebody else. Because he was like, if you go back and watch it, if he hadn't stopped Strange, then he wouldn't have, like, someone, I can't remember exactly what happened right afterwards, but because he stopped him,
Yeah.
so he was like, I'm not who you think I am in that movie. I can't tell you who I am, but
But it'll come out, obviously.
Yeah.
He's more than just the Pizza Papa.
Yeah.
That'll be interesting to see how they do that, then.
Yeah.
See, that's a whole kind of thing that I wish DC could do, is some kind of continuity. And Marvel just got it. They've got so many different writers.
Yeah.
I don't know if you were a fan of Spawn, when Spawn came out, Todd McFarlane. But he made an announcement today, because, you know, it's been in limbo. He's been trying to still shop it around. And he's been teasing about him wanting to direct it. And he's finally admitted, because he's got writers actually coming on board, big time writers who have agreed to do it. He didn't think they would, and they were like, "Oh yeah, we'll do that," you know. And so Jamie Foxx is still signed on to be Spawn, but now he's like, "Now we just need a director."
I have one word for that, sir. Grendel.
What about?
It's not. It's in limbo right now.
No, it's not. It's in Netflix.
No, it's not.
They filmed 8
canceled
episodes.
it.
No, they didn't.
They filmed the season and they canceled it.
I haven't heard that because
Yeah.
Matt Wagner hasn't announced that on Twitter.
I'll look it up for you after we get done with this.
Okay.
But yeah, it's already been canceled.
That's confusing since all he does is post, you know, good things about it.
Apparently they're shopping it around to somewhere else, but apparently Netflix was like, no.
That's weird.
Yeah.
Well, screw you, Netflix, if you did that.
Although, with our track record,
But-
it'd be like...
We'll be back with some more beer. Okay, what do I bring you now? Fairhope Brewing Company. It's a famous movie, but they also call There Will Be Blood. Blood Orange IPA. Is it gonna be orange? It is 8.2%. Right out of Fairhope, Alabama. Not bad. The Blood Orange and the IPA are kind of fighting each other. Okay, Spencer says this time he was going to come because he always comes and never brings anything. So this time when he comes, he's bringing something.
Yes.
What did you bring us, Spencer?
So I brought us, it's called Vape Tricks
Vape Tricks.
from Prairie Artisan Ales.
Ooh.
Sour ale aged on cherries. 5.9% alcohol. They had this, and there was another one I almost got. It was called the Brewing Project. That was the name of the company. Yeah.
I like that name, the Brewing Project. Definitely a sour you can, because it is a 5%,
5.9. Ooh.
Vape Tricks.
Yep.
Cherry, so it's a cherry sour. Okay. That's a party foul. But we were gonna watch Werewolf by Night tonight, and for some reason we were told it was too scary.
We were outvoted.
Outvoted somehow. So
Yes.
I got Spencer checking out Mythic Quest on Apple TV.
Pretty good so far. Pretty good. It reminds me, to me, it's Grandma's Boy, the series.
It's kind of with millionaires, but yeah.
Yeah.
I can't see a damn thing out of these. But I like the rims. I like the side. Where'd you get those from?
It's been some years.
Okay.
I don't know.
Can you still see out them, or do you need to update them?
I'm poor, so I can't update my glasses every year. So, yeah.
Heck, everyone wanders through our studio. This is supposed to be a closed set. But
Quiet on set.
quiet on the set. Put down the cat weapon. Give up that easy.
Hey, your mom doesn't know how to fix the internet if I break it.
Who butters your peanuts?
So,
Do we have anything, or are we just drinking?
I was trying to think. I got a few shows I watch.
That's really good.
It is. Yeah, I don't know. I got nothing.
Prairie Artesian
Oh,
Ales.
I do have a retraction.
Retraction?
Yes.
We're media. We do the retractions in small print that nobody reads.
So I agreed with Walter White in the first couple of seasons.
Oh, you're on Breaking Bad still?
I finished it. And
Wow, you binge watched that.
Yes.
But so you're gonna go into Saul?
I'm already watching that.
Okay. Did you watch the In Between movie on
Yes,
Netflix? Okay,
yes.
so you watched that.
Which I was super happy about that. I don't know if you watched it or not.
I haven't watched any single episode of any of it.
Jesse got away. Jesse, he was the decent guy. He got screwed over a lot. He got away.
Okay.
Better Call Saul is actually really good.
Okay.
So
I've heard that it is.
But yeah, towards the end there, good old Walter, he's an evil dude. So Retraction, first couple of seasons, I agree with him. After that, no, he was not right after that.
Oh, so you don't want to be a science teacher who makes meth?
I was trying to convince Katie, my wife,
You have to become a science teacher first.
that I was going to...
and then get cancer and almost
Cook
die.
meth, yeah.
And then-
How about you two stop and go away? Anyways. Yeah, that's all I got right now.
Yeah. We'll be back. We're enjoying our beer. Time for another beer. This time we got double high-pitched IPA. It is an Imperial India Pale Ale, extra hoppy and tropical, 9%, from High Wire Brewing out of Asheville, North Carolina. Don't always have to torture poor Spencer and make him have that face, because people always say, well, you do a lot of IPAs. I don't like IPAs. Well, IPAs seem to be the easiest things to find, especially when you get higher percentages, it seems, and they're cheaper. No, I can't sit there and drink a 6-pack, because most of them are just too hoppy. Yeah, this is a West Coast, it says, with West Coast hops. Imperial India Pale Ale. Not really too hoppy. You can definitely taste the grapefruit and the melon. You can smell it. So, double high pitch. That should be the next tagline is, I'm not cheating at chess, sir. Because you heard that whole debacle in the chess world.
Oh, yeah.
You're like, we found out he's cheated over 100 matches. You're like, well, fuck, yeah, it's boring as fuck. Come on now. What makes it interesting? Cheating. Next up, I picked out Oyster City. A mangrove pale ale with natural mango flavors, 8.2%. Out of Oyster City, I think is...
I bring a 5% beer, and he keeps looking out these high percentage.
I'm sorry. It's kind of unfair when I haven't even poured one yet.
It's got some mango in it.
Some mango?
Mangrove.
Mangrove.
That's what I'm going to call it from now. That's my mangrove.
Never mind. That's a place that I've heard that you don't want to meet people in the middle of the mangrove.
Tain't nothing but my mangrove.
Hey. Definitely taste the mango. Taste the mango, Skittles.
I don't know if it's the sour we had before.
I think the sour's a little... I can taste it. You get a couple sips in there. Besides somebody trashing his co-workers over here.
Co-worker.
Oh, co-worker, bosses, employees.
Bosses, yes. I do have a co-worker that's awesome. I need to get him over here. I'm going to have to kidnap him.
I like this. It's a little different. I don't know if I could drink a 6-pack of them.
I'm going to have a hard time drinking this.
Damn. Do you have anything else to put out tonight? You think of it right now, or talking about putting out?
Highly recommend putting out, ladies. No,
Men putting out, yes.
I highly recommend, out of any of them, if you have the chance to see like Star Trek Lower Decks.
Lower Decks,
man.
You were talking about that in the last episode.
I know. This last episode they had. You've seen Rick and Morty, right?
I've seen the first 2 episodes.
You know his like friend, like Man-Bird or whatever.
I haven't seen
that.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, he's got this buddy Man-Bird, and there's this whole like background story with him, or whatever. But this episode is about this robot who was a crew member on the ship.
Yeah.
First day, they need her to go sacrifice herself for the greater good, and she was like, "It's my first day. I'm getting out of here." Well, she ends up on this planet of supposedly primitive bird people, and there is like a bird on robot love scene. It's
bird on robot.
Yeah, it's great.
Wow. Now, She-Hulk, you know, Tatiana.
Mm-hmm.
You know where she's from, the actress. Did you ever watch? Dang it! I was just about to talk about the one with Kristen Bell.
Good Place.
The Good Place. You ever watch The Good
No.
Place? She's on The Good Place.
She's also in Star Trek.
She's on Prodigy, Star Trek Prodigy.
Yeah.
And it's just like, it took me a second. I was like, there's only... Because usually she has her accent because she's British. And it's just like, it threw me off for a second. I was like, I gotta look this up. And then I was like, I saw the Star Trek Prodigy. Have you watched any of that?
Yeah.
How was that?
That's pretty good. That's pretty good for like a kid's show. Because it's animated, you know?
Well, so is Lower Decks.
Lower Decks is more like Family Guy or
But
Rick
it's
and Morty.
animated, so don't
It's
just say
animated.
animation is for kids.
No,
man.
I'm just saying that one is for kids. It's supposed to be like the gateway drug to
The gateway.
being
to
a
Star
Trekkie.
Trek.
Yeah.
I want to be a red shirt.
Come on, kids. I got free comm badges. So, but yeah.
See, I was disappointed because I wanted to watch Werewolf by Night, and then my son said it was too scary, and I thought my wife would want to watch it. No. She's like, it's not my thing. So I'm going to have to watch Werewolf by Night by myself.
You know why? It's because it's black and white, sir.
It's probably got subtitles, too.
Yeah.
My wife is against both of those.
You might have to pay attention to. That's the problem with my wife. There was something else. You just reminded me. Oh! I'm sure you saw the Deadpool 3 announcement.
Yes, with Hugh Jackman.
Yes.
But what were you saying at dinner that they might... Oh, yeah, Wolverine might be in... That'd be interesting to see if they bring him into She-Hulk or not.
They keep hinting at it, and it's like, you know, like I told the Kyle that I work with, the guy I work with.
The Kyle.
The Kyle.
You've got a reputation. It's the Kyle.
The Kyle. It could be another red herring.
Yeah.
So
I wouldn't doubt it.
But just the fact that she jumped out with those brushes and she was like, shink! I was like...
I guess I missed that.
Yeah, they were like...
Shink.
Because she jumped out, she had the brushes in her hands and in between her fingers, and she was
I'll have
like...
to go back and rewatch it.
Shink!
I like the way they poke fun at a lot of different things in She-Hulk. You know, I like Miss Marvel, but I She-Hulk, something about the comedy, because I love... what's her name? Is it Tatiana, that actress? No. Or she was in Orphan Black, and she was so fantastic in Orphan Black, playing multiple personalities. You know, just like the girl who's playing the new Black Widow, the younger Black Widow. She was in Killing Eve, and she's got multiple personalities. It's like these British actresses who have multiple personalities. It's like, does every show that's good from BBC have to have a woman with multiple personalities? Are you trying to say something here?
Yes.
Uncomfortable silence. All right, next up we have Pulp Friction from Motorworks Brewery out of Bradenton, Florida. It is a 6.8%. It is an IPA with grapefruit. Now, if you watch some of my videos, I actually had this in a video, but I didn't open it. You gotta pay attention sometimes. Don't listen to people who say, you gotta pour it rough. No, you don't. Pour it smooth. It releases its own gas if you know anything about freaking beer. It doesn't build up in your belly. Come on. That's just somebody trying to make more money off of you. Serving you half a freaking beer. The grapefruit with the IPA, they're hitting about the same level. I don't know what to say. I'll try other stuff by them. That's very interesting because you got the chewability on the IPA factor and the grapefruit hitting in the same notes. Oh. Probably be better draft. Spencer's picking out a beer. He's a little slow. Yes, he is. He's a little slow.
No, not happening.
This time, we're going to try one from Ponce Inlet Light Blonde Ale from Ormond Beach, Florida. The Ormond Brewing Company. It is a light, of course. And luckily, 99 cents on a clearance beer rack. And being a blonde light inlet. Easy to drink. I don't know what Ormond Beach is, so I'll have to look it up. Somewhere in Florida here. Not bad.
All right, tonight we have Tijuana Flat Sweet Chili Hot Sauce beer. I'm just kidding. We've got Idle Hounds Brewing Company, Burley Lady.
Idle Hounds being right out of South Walton County over here, not too far from us. I haven't got to go to the brewery yet.
Vienna Lager, proudly brewed by Idle Hounds Brewery Company, Santa Rosa Beach, Florida.
Mm-hmm.
And it is something 5.5%.
Look, it's like you're making an end of the life decision for your, like, are you turning it off or?
What?
That's what it's like. It took you so long. You walked in here with one we've had before, and then you're like, oh.
Sorry, sir. Papa Putin might launch the nuke soon. I gotta be careful what I pick.
We can't change that if Papa Putin does that. It's a Vienna lager.
Smells like a Vienna sausage.
I usually eat Vienna sausages. I don't smell them though, because they don't smell that good. Oh. Oh.
Mm-hmm.
Not bad, Vienna
It's
lager.
got some. How would give that 4 buttholes?
Introduced him to Mythic Quest. If you haven't watched Mythic Quest on Apple TV, watch it, please. And give it 4 buttholes. Because 2 is a lot, but 4.
So I asked you while we were watching Werewolf by Night right now.
Werewolf by Night.
And I asked Simon what year it took place in. You were wrong, sir.
What? It's not 1939?
No. So, apparently it takes place
We finally got to watch it.
before Captain Marvel, like in the 90s.
Okay.
But after 1986. Because I guess one of the
Characters?
no, because they're in that room with like the tombs or whatever, and I guess one of them says they died in 1986. So, somewhere.
It's been interesting. I mean, you guys see a character you haven't seen before, which I've heard about. you know, and now we're dealing with the werewolf by night.
Yeah.
So, I like it.
Yeah.
Black and white.
Speculation.
How is it going to be included, or is it just a one shot like it says it is, or are they going to bring one of the characters that, you know? I hope so, because Marvel has all these great characters. I mean, DC has a lot of great characters, they just don't have a freaking clue to how to use anything.
DC's problem, and I keep saying this, I get back on my soapbox.
Well, I'm up, sir.
They need one person. They need a Kevin Feige.
They don't have a Kevin Feige. That's the problem.
That's what I'm saying.
The Discover guy wants to be a Kevin Feige, but he doesn't because he has no knowledge in the universe. Kevin Feige's like, okay, show me what you're talking about. Okay.
Hey, here's an idea. I'm just going to throw this out there. Are you ready?
Uh-oh.
It's going to be really controversial.
Really controversial.
Kevin Smith.
He's well versed. He's a great writer. And I think he has enough knowledge, and I think he has the ego that if he doesn't know something, he'll ask about it.
Yes.
That is a fucking great idea. And people will be like, oh no, he's all about comedy. Dude, he is a fan. He's a fan at heart right here. That'd be a great freaking call.
Right in the nipple.
Right in the nipple. No, if you haven't read his stuff, people don't know that because, you know, like, oh, Kevin Smith, whatever.
Yeah.
He wrote some great Daredevil comics for Marvel. He's written his own comics. He wrote Green Arrow for DC. He loves comics. He has his comic book stash up there, you know. He loves the whole discussion of comics.
Yeah.
That's a great freaking idea.
And he doesn't necessarily have to write any of these movies.
No, that's the whole thing.
All
Just oversee and be like, hey.
Yeah.
This would be a good idea. This wouldn't be a good idea. Oh, God. Nobody's going to even include him in the conversation, but that's a great call. Clerks 3 now is out, so we're going to have to get it.
Yeah.
Because I want to see it.
You know what I want to see? And
4 buttholes?
Yes. It really... that's the dream. It really kind of disappointed me how, like, it all came about, but, like, where it's ended up. But, The Munsters.
I haven't. Have you watched it yet? It's on Netflix.
No, I haven't watched it yet.
I just saw it on Netflix, and I Rob Zombie in.
Yeah.
I haven't heard good things about it.
I still want to see it.
I will. I'll still watch it.
It's like the Wednesday Addams series that's coming out.
Yeah.
I'll check it out. I mean...
The Addams Family animated shows are not bad. They really aren't.
Mm-hmm.
They're enough to keep your interest. Are they as good as the other stuff? They're okay. I mean, people don't give stuff a shot. Like Scoob. Scoob isn't a bad movie. The problem with Scoob is you had the right voice actors and you didn't even use them. They could have used the ones from the Scooby-Doo movies. Wouldn't have cost anymore.
I still like Scoob. I wish they'd have continued it. It's a shame.
Into the whole Hanna-Barbera universe. I love that.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying, though. But you had Matthew Lillard. He would have played Shaggy. He would have loved to.
Oh, yeah.
You could have, you know, and they just changed these voices, which would not have... The script wasn't horrible. They had a second one they were going to do, and then with Batgirl getting thrown out, the Scoob sequel got thrown out. You know, oh, but guess what? We're going to get a Constantine too. I'm all about Constantine. I like Keanu Reeves' version. Okay, it's not everyone's true to fact. Constantine, he doesn't have an Irish accent, Scottish accent, whatever. And everyone loves Matt Ryan doing it. And I do. I love Matt Ryan doing it. But it's still exposure to Constantine, who's a great character. John Constantine is a great freaking character. More of the universe they could have can show. Hopefully, you know. But to me, it's also like, man, this should have been done 10 years ago.
Yeah.
It's like, what are you looking at? Oh, I have a almost done Batgirl movie that I'm going to throw away. Oh, yeah, and I'm going to greenlight something that should have been done a decade ago. It's just like, what are you thinking?
Yeah.
And then I log into HBO Max today. You know what's in the just ahead?
What?
Chip and Joanne! I've got Discovery Plus. Can we just wait? Can you take one of my bills? I'm paying for both. You know, so can we... If you're going to combine them all. Don't just... Come on.
So, we're getting a Men in Black 5.
Why?
With Will Smith.
Why?
I
You could have had him in 4. I mean, it could have been an introduction. You had a picture of him on the wall. You know, 4 was not bad. It's not as bad as everyone says.
I didn't like it.
It was an open branch, but you could have had him in it.
Yeah.
I mean, come on. That's why some people like Tokyo Drift, because at the end, you throw...
Yeah. I liked Tokyo Drift because it was a different story. It wasn't the same characters being thrown at you, and
it was more grounded too, wasn't it?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's my secret brother you didn't know about.
Because when they've come back, all these sequels are just less and less grounded.
Yeah.
You know, and it's just repetition upon repetition upon repetition. It's like,
I'm going to drive a Ferrari to the moon.
With Ferrari or Fiero.
Yeah.
Ferrari might have been interested, but Fiero, come on, you can hardly get him out the fucking driveway. Let's be real.
And then, you probably know more than I do, but speculation is we're getting a second Dredd movie.
I hope so.
With Karl Urban.
I hope so. Carl's been wanting to.
Yeah.
I hope so. I haven't heard I've heard... See, they've been working on... Like, Pensacon is a local here. And a couple years ago, they had a thing for Mega City 1. Which was... They were trying to get it a series.
Yeah.
And Karl Urban had agreed to guest star on a couple of episodes. But there's never been enough backing. You know, and then the rights to Dredd has come under different ownerships and stuff like that. Judge Dredd is like one of my favorite characters.
You know what would be cool? And this is like a real big throwback, because I know it was a comic, but I saw it as an animated series. A Savage Dragon like movie.
You have the CGI now, you could do a good job.
Oh, yeah.
You see how She-Hulk is.
Yeah.
Eric Larson, I love the Savage Dragon, I do.
Yeah.
It's got a sweet spot, you know, and you could do it justice nowadays with the writers are getting better. Instead of trying to get one writer to write a movie, which sucked, you have 2, 3, you have a conglomerate. Yeah. And they bounce the ideas, then you get the original writer in there and be like, hey, what if we do that? Yeah, I think this is the time. Or series.
Yeah. You
can start off with a miniseries. Yeah. You know, like when Image Comics first started, there was a lot of them that started off as miniseries. Wildcats. Savage Dragon was a straight series because Eric's always been willing to do that. And like Todd McFarlane with Spawn. But there was some ones that was like, oh, I just want to try it to see how I do. He's like Shadowhawk. A lot of them were based in miniseries, and as they got more popular, oh yeah. And that would be, you could start that as a miniseries. Yeah. I'm disappointed with Netflix. You showing me that Grendel got canceled after they filmed it.
Yeah.
So hopefully they'll find somewhere. But this is what's sad. You've got, like, Netflix is a perfect running machine. It really is. You can watch it anywhere. I can stream my movies anywhere. HBO Max is not a bad platform. Yeah, I haven't had issues with it. But then you've got, like, Paramount Plus, which is down. Peacock is further down. They keep advertising AMC Plus. And I was going to invest because supposedly with AMC Plus you can get Shudder. You can get BBC America as part of it, you know? Oh. And I'm like, oh, cool, you know, this is stuff that I want. Like, Discovery's a great platform. Everything freaking works all the time.
Yeah.
But everything I read about AMC Plus is, don't get it, it's junk. And I'm like, oh, I'm not going to pay for a streaming service that's junk, because I've already... Peacock, luckily, I've got a friend. You know, Paramount is kind of iffy. The only thing that's saving me from that is they'll release, like, Minions just came out before, you know, and there's... Every time I think about canceling it, oh, well, we're going to throw you a bone.
Yeah. Well, the reason I have it is Star Trek.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
But the platform itself is not that great. If you try to deep dive into it, it lags.
Oh, yeah.
It's like...
And it's... They know what they're doing, too, because, like, every time we go to cancel Paramount Plus... It's like, oh, I finished the Star Trek series, you know, I don't need it right now. And then, like, 2 weeks later, it's like, we're premiering the next season of this one, you know, and they keep it just...
You're just about to cancel.
Yeah. So...
Exactly. And, I mean, I love the streaming service idea because you can get everything when you want it, which is, I don't know what cable companies are going to do. They're going to be closing their doors because there's no need for it. You know, it's going to be like college conferences. All the other channels are going to line up together and be like, "Oh, we've got this."
Speaking of, I'm not a sports person, but I had this genius idea.
Uh-oh. Watch out.
So, steal this if you want. Just give me some money.
Just write his name on the credit.
Yeah. I had an idea for a tournament-style league for football.
For football.
Yes.
Tournament-style league.
So basically,
Pro, college.
Let's just say pro. Okay, it could work for any, but let's just say pro. When two teams play against each other, whoever wins gets access to the players from the other team. So let's say you go to the next game and
You'd be the next Vince McMahon with the XFL. You have 10 teams enter, and each week it shuttles down.
Well, that's what I'm saying. The next week, your team goes to
play. And it
play.
plays for the season. Yeah.
But it's okay. The team they beat might have a better running back, so you're like, okay, bring them in. They're going to be our starting running back, And then that way, at the end of it, it's all the
best of
top,
the best.
Yes.
And then the next season it restarts?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it's like a temporary thing.
Yeah. But it's just every time you win, you get access. And it's not just a one-time, we're going to switch them out. But it's okay.
So if you win 3 in a row, you have access to the last 2 or 3 teams you've beaten.
Yes.
So you're like, oh, crap. This kid, yeah.
Yeah.
I know players wouldn't. Even though they make all this money, they're like, oh, yeah, I'm not going to do it. But it's per game. This is your thing, is you put up your value. If you bust your ass and they pick you, you get a bonus.
Yeah.
Because
even if your team loses,
you can still win
the first round.
Yeah.
At the end of it, you could still end up being MVP
in the Super Bowl. MVP. Yeah.
So
you can still get the most amount of money out of the league.
Yes. So
that's it. I don't think they would go for it, but I like it. If not, you should invent a video game based on it. Do you want the Spencer playoffs?
This is it. I have genius ideas some of part of the time, and they never go anywhere.
This is why he doesn't do TikToks right here, because it's 10 seconds and you're like, I forgot what I was saying. I don't know what it's about. I just shit my pants.
Yes. Wait, what happened?
We were on vacation. We stopped at Buc-ee's. I don't know if you have a Buc-ee's in your area. I think from Texas. They have one in Mobile, just outside of Mobile, Alabama. They're giant convenience stores with 99 gas pumps. Really clean. Really have a lot of stuff. Have everything. But anyway, I picked up some ghost pepper beef jerky. This is Buc-ee's right here. If you see them, stop by, give them a try. But ghost pepper. So I had to try it. I do love spicy things. Nice little kick. Good, nice. It's like the tough jerky that I like. And it's got a nice amount of spice. Not too much. A lot of people put a little too much ghost pepper. It's really good.